Love. Love can have many different meanings. To some, it's an action. To others, it's a feeling. But for me, this past year, love was everything. Romantic love. Something that I was blessed to experience thanks to her. My first ever girlfriend and my first ever love. Before her, I didn't really have an understanding on what exactly love was like in a relationship. I kind of just thought it was an intense version of liking someone, and in a way it was, but I was shown that it was a lot more deeper than that. Because of her, I learned so much about love. I learned that love is more than just going on dates, hanging out, and being in a relationship. Love was playing piano together. Love was trying each other's interests. Love was giving each other gifts unexpectedly. Opening a car door for them. Dancing in the middle of the night. Trying immunity shots together. Taking care of a dog together. Creating videos together. Making a song together. Celebrating my birthday after being in jury duty the whole day. Accepting each other's flaws. Building each other up. Encouraging each other whenever we were down. Dropping everything you're doing to be there for them. Love is a multitude of things. However, we also learned that love can include letting each other go. And unfortunately for us, that was exactly what happened this past year. Due to many disagreements and our values and priorities not lining up anymore, she decided that we should break up. This was the most difficult experience that I've ever had to go through. Sadness, anger, confusion, so many emotions hitting me all at once. So many questions flooding in my head. The biggest question being, if you loved me, why'd you leave me? However, I've come to realize that she did indeed love me. She loved me enough to let me go. I've realized that it must have been so difficult for her. I've realized that she must have been thinking about it constantly, and that it must have been such a heavy burden on her mind. I've realized that she didn't want to let go, but because of love, she had to. It was her final act of love, and I can't hate her for that. Thank you for showing me what love is. Thank you for bringing color back into my life. Thank you for everything. I'll forever be grateful for you. I love you. And now, I let you go. I always heard that after a breakup, you find out who your real friends are. And man, was that true. My ex and I shared the same friend group. It was a nice little friend group, and I got along with everyone and all that stuff. But I never really felt like I was actually part of them. I never felt like I actually fit in. I always felt like an outcast, and I was only there because I was her boyfriend, and that's all there was to it. I thought these thoughts were just me being irrational and overthinking like I usually do. But unfortunately, the breakup proved that I was actually right. After the breakup, none of them texted me. None of them came to my room to check up on me. None of them took me out or really did anything to see if I was okay. The only time they would actually do something was if I came across them in person and they just felt like they were obligated to check up on me. And that hurt. It was then, though, that God started to show me who my real friends were. The first were these two goofy dudes that I had met from my previous friend group. They were the only ones who consistently checked up on me and hung out with me during this time period. Because of them, I realized that I actually wasn't alone, and that there were people that still loved and cared for me. They would take me out to eat, go out and do stuff like play golf or go to Fort Worth. And they were just there for me in my room whenever I was rotting and depressed. I don't think they'll ever realize how much that really meant to me. I owe them my life, honestly. Because of them, I kept going during those few months. After a while, I started to explore outside my comfort zone and try to find friends elsewhere. I started to become closer to my fellow members in student association. I had a lot in common with them than I had initially thought. They don't know this, but being with them in student association gave me another reason to keep going. It kept me busy, kept me distracted, and it gave me a place where I felt like I finally belonged. And I'm so glad that I joined student association because of that. Putting myself out there was not easy for me, but I'm glad I did it because it led me to new people and new experiences. Whether it was something like pickleball, creating content, wearing outfits, even stuff like Pokemon cards or a Cat's Eye concert. Because of these things, I was able to meet some of the coolest friends that I've ever met. And I don't think that any of this would have been possible if the situation that I was going through didn't happen. Lastly, I reconnected with friends that I had grown distant from. It was a bit scary because I didn't know if they would let me back into their lives or not. After all, we had grown apart and most of it was kind of my fault, and I didn't really know if the connections would still be there. Fortunately, I was worried for nothing. I quickly reconnected with everyone that I had thought I had lost. And in doing so, I was starting to feel like myself again, like a piece of my heart was restored. What meant a lot to me was that even though they were all miles away, and even though we had not talked in such a long time, all of them were still willing to take some time out of their day just to make sure that I was okay. I learned that this was what love was like between friends. Love is always being there for each other, no matter how far you are or how long you haven't seen each other. Love is making time for one another, no matter how busy your schedule is. Love is a text, a phone call, or even a FaceTime just to make sure that you're okay. I also learned that love included being able to forgive my previous friend group. There was so much anger and hurt that I honestly thought I would never be able to. But as a cliche saying goes, time heals all wounds, and eventually love won in the end. I want to point out that the people in the group, despite not checking up on me, they're genuinely good people. They just weren't my people, and that's okay. In losing them, I found the ones who really mattered. The ones who showed me what love is.
We're better. You got 2 cameras? oh. You know that make allergic? Camera.
You got 9, bro.
Oh yeah. Maybe my thoughts are right. Maybe my friends don't actually love me. I mean, I don't even love myself. So why would other people? I hate myself. I hate everything about me. I don't know how to love myself.